No, this is Nob Hill right here. Very sacred space. Intention is to have a restaurant called Nob Hill facing here, a meditation center, clear span dome that will be facing. Yes. Right here, natural amphitheaters. This whole thing is going to be leveled down, and this is going to be the amphitheaters. We're going to have seating all around. We're going to design all this stuff, maybe even moving stages based upon the sun and what's going to happen out here. But this is going to be the main amphitheater area in here, and I'll explain a little bit more about what we're doing. It's one of like 5,000 person amphitheater.
Taking this dirt down, scaling this out, building something out of the dirt.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be the main amphitheater, water cascading down, everything that we're doing. Everything here is of the land. Regenerative building practices, natural habitats, natural capital. Our architecture firm is Regenesis Group, all about regenerative land development, rethinking the way that humans inhabit the earth, and congruence with the land and with the environment of which it is.
Left.
Left. Help.
Who's that, Ray Lucchese?
Yep. And he founded the UNLV School of Architecture. There was none. He created it. He was over with us all day on Wednesday this week, and he's on board. He's on for the whole mission of Symbionet beyond Delphi. He knows that what we're creating is important for the world, and he's part of the team, and his firm is. And they've had projects where, you know, here in Vegas actually, they did Springs Preserve, which is the showcase of Vegas, and they made the city rethink this. We're heading off our land right now, right? Just so you know the point.
Okay.
Now this is all BLM land. This is our playground.
Wow. Left.
ATVs,
Straight.
keep going straight. ATVs, horses. We're gonna have an equestrian center to tool around here.
Right
Dirt
on.
bikes, make it right. So yeah, so Springs Preserve, he got them to rethink, and some of the phrasing was not that we're in the desert, but we're of the desert, and it was a complete mind shift of how to do it. And when he met with them, you know, the way they had the water policies, everything, the building code, the way they were doing the codes or needed to do the codes is completely the antithesis of what the project wanted to be. So he was able to bring all the stakeholders together in one room and think outside the box and go completely rogue in building this system to showcase the possibilities for Las Vegas, and did it. And it's a shining example of what can be done when the policies and the dreamers come together to create what we want to do. All right, so yeah, we're just...
So you'd be able to just utilize this territory?
Yeah, this is all BLM land, 14 days, no primitive camping, no structures, but yes.
So would you have to rent out the land to utilize it?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so. Another key player in our team is Alan O'Neill. He headed up the Lake Mead Recreation Area, and he's a spiritual man, leads spiritual vision quests. He recently, he's a consultant now, he's got a nonprofit. He recently got 28,000 acres deemed National Forest in Tule Springs. He was with us yesterday, and he's on board for what we're doing, and he's worked directly with the BLM in this area. He knows all the powers that be. So, I mean, we've been very, very blessed. I met Alan through Pauline, who I met at a meditation in November of last year. Here we go. And then it's funny because talking to Ray, you know, we're 10 miles from Searchlight, which is a town of 529 people. And Ray's like, it's very important that you get Searchlight on your side. You know, you're gonna go straight through. So, and not more than an hour later, our friend John Stotts came around, and his father-in-law is the largest landowner in Searchlight, and best friends with Harry Reid. So that's pretty important because Harry Reid is a very key player down here. So again, it's just another example of us lining up the players and bringing them to the table and creating this shit.
So what would be a first event that you'd consider doing?
Well, the first step, less than an event, the first step, because again, we want to get this thing towards a master plan so we can get fully permitting, where we have all the permitting forever, not have to worry about it. And that requires the master plan. And the first step that we've discussed in the master plan as of this week is to really work with the Regenesis Group and some other key players to determine who is Delphi. What does the land want? What do we want? What are our principles? What are we doing? And then who are the key stakeholders? And how are we going to bring them together most efficiently and effectively? So that feels really good as a clear next step. All right, so as we swing around here, and Sean Brown is definitely the better tour giver. And we're gonna come up to this rock up here, and we call this whole area that we're gonna play around in later called Dinosaur Egg Park. But this one we call the Oomphilus. Right here, because when you pull up right here, you can see the navel. You can go through this, and you can actually walk.
Oh wow,
through
cool.
this.
Look at that
Look at the bird just chilling.
He's partying. Sweet.
See, yeah. I mean, Joshua Tree-esque or what?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Totally.
These are so well, we're different locations, and we're also very open source and transparent. Because if we spend $100,000 on a technology and it doesn't work as we expect, I want to make sure that our friends or another land project doesn't buy it. So we got to be sharing that knowledge with all of these land projects that
Totally.
are popping around.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Oh shit! Oh,
Which way?
There's right here. This is Lake Mojave. That's
Cool, man.
This is one of our favorite vistas. And that's Arizona right across the border right there.
Wow.
That's Lake Mojave, goes from Lake Mead down to the Colorado River, essentially. So there's actually put-ins, there's cliff diving down there.
Wow.
There is, we're gonna have, we assume, some docks for jet skis and little toys and dance parties. We intend to have, ideally a zip line from here to there. But otherwise, we're gonna have hay rides down the road. We're gonna take horses and ATVs down to the water. And Sean, one of his friends, has a company called Desert Adventures. So we're gonna have outposts for kayaks and canoes and everything on land that we're gonna take down.
Right. It's beautiful, man.
And we literally can walk in we're like a...
Wow. Beautiful, Pommy.
And you're gonna see all... Uno, dos, tres. Oh.
That's cool.
Sound like some water?
Yeah.
No. The first one did it.
It's cool, man.
So we think it's, 200 feet, but I don't know exactly. We won't know until we actually drill. We're gonna drive into this for a second.
Wow, that's cool. Joshua Tree.
We're going here.
Yeah.
So we've been calling it, as of now, Delphi Village, a permanent transformational village, which sounds great. It's fucking awesome. But today we had a tour of 25 people, amazing, that flew in from New York, San Francisco, LA for the day to be a part of what we're doing. And this woman, Pamela, super powerful and grounded. And she said, conscious playground. And so what resonates with me is Delphi Village, a conscious playground. Because we're gonna have fucking many of these conscious playgrounds all over the world. They're all unique to their own. Oh, that's what it's really. Whatever your supplies you need. So we got you an RFID chip when you leave the property. One, for your own safety. But number two, when you want to reorder, the drone comes and brings you your shit out here. Look at that guy. Look at that bamboo.
It's cool, man.
Now you're in that yes phase, and that maybe yes phase. When you're in that full-blown fuck yes phase, then everything will...
Bunch of caves. Beautiful amphitheater. Bunny rabbits. Rocks.
The catalyst fucking world unite.
How many acres is the land?
There's 2 parcels. Total is 155. We have 100 is what we initially found, and then we saw that there was a 55 next to it. The owners of the 55 acres didn't even know they had it.
Wow.
That's how long they've had it and how little they care.
Wow.
But total price for 155 acres is $715,000.
Wow.
4,500 bucks an acre, and we believe that with some of the, all the due diligence entitlements, that will increase to over $2 million.
Yeah.
So